What do YouTube? This is your boy Sherry Speaks, and today I want to talk to you guys about Arrow. The third episode of the fifth season is getting off to a great ass start, and like as usual, as I predicted. And in this episode, we follow the results of last week's episode. Now Oliver officially has a team. Team Arrow is back up and running, y'all. It's great. In this episode, we have a new villain in town. It's no longer Tobias Church. It's now. It is now freaking Derek Sampson. Derek Sampson, that's played by Cody Rhodes, aka Stardust. And man, that's so freaking punny. And I say it's funny because Stardust was the last little character that he played in the WWE. If you don't follow the WWE, Cody Rhodes was there wrestling him for quite some time, and now he's acting on the Arrow, I believe. And it's a nice fit to him too. The drug that hit the streets in Star City is known as Stardust. So you know, amongst that league, they figured out, Renee, aka Wild Dog, decided, let me go out here since I know his location. Let me go find this guy, and he does that. He finds the guy. He finds out where it's being made. And he gets into a good scuffle, a fight with Samson himself, and then he ends up falling into a vat full of stardust that makes him superhuman, which of course goes against Oliver's wishes, in which he spazzes out on Wild Dog, and it was just freaking epic. Which later on, Wild Dog apologized. He basically, Oliver pretty much apologizes to Wild Dog for doing that to him, for doing that, because it was pretty reckless. And also at the same time, Wild Dog realizes that, hey man, I get it. From now on, I'm gonna follow what you say, because I know it's not always promised. You know what I mean? So they hug it out and stuff like that. And then we also have the turmoil between the secret that Felicity has that Rory doesn't know, aka Ragman does not know about his family. Because as you recall from last season, Damien Dark decided that, let me blow up the entire Star City, everybody. One of the unfortunate cities that were hit was where Rory's family and friends lived, which is Havenbrook. So when Havenbrook was hit by the missile, it was because of Felicity, because she wanted to misdirect it, and it blew his home up. And Felicity told him right before he left, in which he had a shock face on, he just turned around and left. Which I was all due respect, I respect that, because I would be shocked too. My family and friends were killed because of a missile that you guided, and they'd still be here. And also let me just give you guys a little quick snippet of who the Arrow is dealing with too. That there is a picture of Derek Sampson. And that was during like the first fight between him and the Green Arrow, in which the Green Arrow was no match. I'm sorry, he got a few licks in, sure, but the man was superhuman. And the way he resurrected was boss. Dude was on the damn operating table ready for his damn autopsy when the coroner see all that shit. That shit was epic. I love that scene. Big ups to Cody Rhodes and Stephen Amell for that fight. You know what I'm saying? And also, we learned that the fate of John Diggle, he's gonna stay in jail. And I believe, like throughout that time, he thinks he's talking to Floyd Lawton, aka the assassin for hire that killed his brother, Andy. If you don't recall, also last season, John was looking for the killer that killed his brother. At the time we didn't know if Andy was dead or alive. So, it turns out that yeah, Andy was alive and he was under control of Damien Dark, and so John had to make the difficult decision of killing his brother, which to dismay, followed him until he re-recruited. Until he got back into the army. I guess to deal with things. And it turns out one of his dirty sergeants decided to, set him up from killing basically all of his men, and now he's in prison. He tells his wife, "Hey, listen, don't fight for me anymore, because I'm done fighting for myself." And I feel like in his cell, I feel like Floyd Lawton is in Diggle's head, because when he looked back when he was talking to his wife, I don't know if he escaped or if he was just imagining things because he was going crazy because he's been in jail. But he was telling his wife, when he was telling her, he's like, what, stop fighting for me, okay? Don't fight for me anymore. I feel like that was him losing his mind, sort of. So now, at the end of the episode, you see her go to Oliver and tells her, you need to bring John out. You need to get him out of jail. He's losing his damn mind. And this is the man I'm talking about, Floyd Lofton. And that pretty much is how everything went. I think it was all in his head. And that's With that being said, you know what? This is Bullshit Speech, man. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and all that other jazz. I love you guys. Also, I love this episode. I give this episode a 9.5 out of 10. Because of the sad parts. Seeing John like that, and also Rory happened to hear the news that Felicity killed his family. So overall, I love it. I'm liking how the season is coming off. I loved it. Also expect my frequency reviews and my Lethal Weapon reviews as well. I know I've been slacking on my reviews because I had a lot of stuff to do the other day, and like I said, I'm gonna be getting my reviews done a lot quicker and better for you guys. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. This is your Speaks, man. I love you.